Tigertailz are legit one of my favourite bands of all time. They're from Cardiff in Wales. I love them so much that I got my friend to tattoo their logo on my arm. With a career that spans over nearly 40 years, countless albums, and more lineup changes than I can count, they still to this day are releasing music. It would be impossible for me to cover their entire career and do it justice in one video. But that's okay, because Tigertailz for me will always be Kim Hooker, Jay Pepper, Pepsi Tate and Ace Fincham. Although I like Young and Crazy and their singer that came before, the Berserk era, that lineup of Tigertailz are the band in their prime and at their best. When people say that glam metal doesn't have substance, it just makes me want to throw this album at them. Berserk is the greatest glam metal album of all time, and it's what gave Tigertailz their arena status. And although the charts may not reflect that bold statement I just made, anyone who takes the time to listen to it will understand why I say it's the best. The front cover of the vinyl jumps out at you straight away. Who is this crazy demonic figure with red eyes and crazy hair I see before me? Flip it over to the other side and there's the band in all of their glamorous glory. 4 gorgeous looking rocker dudes, each with a unique image that stands out. There's so much to look at, so much detail in all 4 corners of this cover. Tigertailz really went all out with this. They have a fan club, a mascot. They warn you that it's not for the faint of heart because it's designed to explode your head. They're using the best of the best equipment, and they want you to know that they're the real deal. Taking the album out of its sleeve and opening it up reveals a super high quality photo of the band, and the record in a separate sleeve that's packed with even more details. This clearly was a labour of love, and this is why people collect vinyl. You just don't get something like this with Spotify or a small CD. Having something tangible like this in your hands while you chill out and listen is something I feel that gives the album more depth, because it's fueling your imagination. You can close your eyes and you can imagine that you're there in concert, and opening your eyes and seeing the band, it really adds to the music. Most vinyl covers have works of art on the front cover that you can scan for hours, finding out all the minute little details that are hidden in that piece. But with Tigertailz, they are the work of art. Berserk was released on the Music for Nations label in 1990. Despite the grunge era being right around the corner, the album got into the UK charts and spent 2 weeks in the top 75 and peaked in the UK top 40 charts at number 36. It may not have been a number 1, but it was enough to give Tigertailz an arena status. From start to finish, this album is a masterpiece. It's not just a simple glam metal album, it's rock, it's classical, it has an orchestra, it has a choir. Its opening title is a primal wild animal of a song called Sick Sex. It's got fun, cheesy glam songs like Love Bomb Baby, Action City and Noise Levels Critical. It's got heart with songs like I Can Fight Dirty Too and Call of the Wild. But the best song on the album has to be its ballad Heaven. It's heartfelt and it's relatable. Love Bomb Baby, Noise Levels Critical and Heaven were all turned into music videos and shown on MTV in the UK. And soon after this, Tigertailz were booking and selling out shows all across the UK. Tigertailz should have been bigger than Jesus, and they were for a second, but the 90s moving forward were not kind to this band. As the grunge and boy band era became more popular, Tigertailz were dropped from their label like a hot snot and temporarily lost the rights to use their own name. Which is a shame, because Tigertailz had every chance of surviving the 90s had their label have stood by them. Banzai, their next album, was a mixed bag, including earlier tracks such as 9 Lives, a re-recording of their own song Living Without You, and Murderess. Murderess was like part 2 of Love Bomb Baby. It even referenced Love Bomb Baby in the song itself. But it also had covers of thrash metal songs. This album showed that Tigertailz weren't confined to just one genre, and that they were capable of staying relevant without compromising their sound. And going by this alone, I think that was the plan for their 1992 album, Wasbones. Wasbones was a heavy album. Gone was the glitter and glam of Berserk. The change seemed natural. The album should have been released in 1992, but didn't see the light of day until 1995. because of troubles with their label. Tigertailz were also forced to turn under the name Wazbones because they didn't have the rights to their own name, but it seemed perfectly fitting because that song is all about defiance in the face of adversity, and I always loved them for that. Because of all the legal trouble, Wazbones had to be re-recorded and then released. The original version didn't see the light of day until a decade later, when it was released along with the album Thrill Pistol in 2007. Wazbones is a good album. Pepsi Tate himself made 2 music videos for the album, one for the song Belly of the Beast and the other for the song Dirty Needles, but I don't really know if they seen the light of day until years later. During their comeback into the 2000s, they released Berserk 2.0 in 2006. It had the same feel as Berserk and for me is just as good of an album. Berserk 2.0 was the same but different. It felt familiar. It was a return to form, reviving their glam metal roots. Although it didn't put them back into the mainstream, it did put them back onto big stages at metal festivals along with the likes of Whitesnake. There was one music video made to promote the album, and that was uploaded to YouTube and MySpace. Unfortunately, this would be the last album Pepsi Tate would play on, as he was battling pancreatic cancer. He tragically lost that battle a year later. Gone but never forgotten, his band and the music community in Wales frequently get together and make music in his honour. Tigertailz to this day continue to make music, and the current lineup are pretty good. They're worth a look. But for me though, Berserk to Berserk 2.0 is where it's at. I more than likely got a few details wrong here and there, so if you're a hardcore fan, please feel free to correct me in the comments. And if you like this video, I'll be very grateful for a like and a sub. Thanks for watching.